warm welcome. You're watching Education News Network, and today we're here with a new topic of discussion, that is pandemic effects on school campuses. And for that, we have with us a panel of eminent educators who will be joining us in this discussion today. So let's welcome our first panelist of the day. We have Dr. Mani Meghalaya Mohan, the founder, managing trustee, and correspondent of SSVM Institutions. We welcome you, ma'am. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to be with you all today to address on this session. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Ms. Chandni Bhatta, the director of Kasiba School, Dehradun. Welcome, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Nitya. Good afternoon to the other panelists, and thanks for having me on the panel, Nitya.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, we have Mr. Deepak Sharma, the director of Rockwoods High School and Central Public Senior Secondary School, Udaipur. We welcome you, sir.
Good evening, good afternoon, everybody, all the panelists, Nitya, and all our viewers.
Yeah, so to discuss our topic, may I invite our first panelist, Dr. Mani Meghalaya Mohan. Ma'am, could you take us through some of the effects the pandemic has had on school campuses, please?
Yeah, good afternoon to all. To talk about the pandemic situation, I think it was a big disaster for 2020. And at the same time, children, they lost the touch with the teachers because, see, when you have the offline class, the teachers will analyze and understand whether they are listening to the session or they don't listen to the session, and whether they have any stress tantrum, etc., etc. But when it came to online, we had various issues internet problem, and certain places where children being in the remote areas, they were not able to attend the session. And moreover, to say, education had lost its path for the year 2020, which we have to see that it is overtaken for the academic year 2021, and we'll have to cope that soon this pandemic must come to an end.
Thank you, ma'am. So, Ms. Chandni Bhatta, can we hear from you, please, about the topic?
Okay, I'm going to talk about two things. One, very specifically on the topic, which is the effect on the pandemic on campuses. So, as you know, most boarding schools have very vast campus areas. Somewhere around 25 to 45 acres of campus. While most are beautifully built, what brings life to these campuses is the hustle of the daily life, between the staff and the students and the daily routine. And in the absence of students and teachers and staff, the schools, boarding schools with vast campuses actually became like ghost towns. And having said that, talking specifically about Kasiga, we pride ourselves on our upkeep and how beautifully landscaped the school is. While a lot of schools did completely shut down, even through the pandemic, we chose to keep our housekeeping, our gardening, our maintenance up and about so that the school did not become dilapidated. And while there's no life without students, but still you've got to keep the campus going up and ready for when it can, start functioning again. And so all through April and December, it was running a closed campus, but till January when students came back. And then, in that way, I think it has a huge impact on the campus, and campuses sort of become dead without students and staff. Talking really about, what impact it had on children, I think while teachers and schools have worked very hard to make sure quality teaching happens, while quality teaching may have happened, there is a huge question on the kind of learning that has taken place. And I think at the start of this year, we as a school, the leadership, and all leaders at the school decided that one important aspect of this year is going to be bridging the gap in learning that has been created by last year. And sadly, the minute you started that and you started putting things in place and students just got back into rhythm, we've got another closure. So it's a huge challenge. Bridging the gap of learning that has happened in 1 year was a challenge. Bridging the gap that would have happened in learning for 1 year and more, it's a huge challenge. And for the education industry to see how to respond to that, it's going to be something very big. It's not small. It's not something you can ignore. It can't happen without a lot of planning and intervention. So we've got a huge task ahead of us.
Thank you, ma'am. So, Mr. Deepak Sharma, could you speak on the topic, please?
The biggest drawback of being the last speaker is that half your lines are eaten up. So I'll just try to put it up. both the ladies have already taken few of the points, but yes, the pandemic effects on the school campus, if I start talking, the biggest effect would be the students. We are missing out students. We are missing out the hustle and bustle in the corridors. It's very painful to see campus without the playgrounds being used, without assemblies being happening. But since few points has been taken, I'll try to put it up the other way around. There has been a blessing in disguise also. The last whole year, if I see, this was a year to unlearn and relearn certain things. Now, if we talk about on the campuses, there was a change in education system which was needed, and which NCRT, CBSE, HRD ministry, state boards was not able to do. This was digitalization of the education or the modernization of the education. This happened in just what, a month's time across India. All the classes across the country suddenly came to digitalization. So yes, there has been a positive also. I think there was a restart which was needed, a restart button which was needed, and it was just pressed. How it has taken in 1 year, yes, there has been loopholes, there has been flaws in the system, but there's one more good thing which has happened is that we've always been debating. I'm sure that you must have had this conversation coming up on your panel also, that what is going to be the future of schools. And in this 1 year, we have realized the schools are going to stay. Online classes can be an additive to the teaching methodology, but it cannot be a replacement to the school. And yes, now the biggest challenge which school is going to face now when it reopens is going to be on the emotional and the social well-being of the students. This 1 year when you have been under isolation, this 1 year when you were only stick to your screens, where you were not allowed to mingle around, go play with your friends, go to the school. So this coming year now, after this pandemic time gets over, I think there's going to be a lot of emphasis which as a school, which as a parent, we all need to put up with the social and the emotional well-being of the students. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So moving on to our questions, Dr. Manimekhalai Mohan, I have my question for you is, what is the one major change apart from the campus being empty that you've seen in the schools during the pandemic?
Major change I have to say is, I think it's something that everybody, like including the teachers, the students, first of all, the parents must have a mindset that they'll have to monitor the students in the online in a very keen manner, because the problem here is essentially attending to the online, and they are fully focused. So even if the child is going to sit at their house, the full-fledged school is happening. But that is not happening. So where I request the parents must have a full monitoring on the system. And above all, when coming to the part of the school, every school has to go to the next level of e-learning. So where they can have a better accessibility, affordability, and again, flexibility in the learning pedagogy. Lifelong learning can be introduced, like how in census, certain things, even if the school is going to operate the digital class, which they are going to have it in their school, have some value-based education. Because now the most important part is the value-based education, because children have to focus more on their self-discipline and values.
Thank you, ma'am. So, Ms. Chandni, the pandemic has left the school campuses vacant overnight, and you mentioned that the campus has become dead since last year. So, where do you think the future of education lies, considering how it's been since last year?
See, ultimately, we hope that we are going to beat the pandemic and things are going to, turn to normalcy, and schools are going to be back running like they were. Yet, at the same time, we cannot ignore our role or our responsibility of responding, in an effective manner during the pandemic. We have said that, yes, attendance and quality attendance is an issue. So there may be a lot of children studying, but attending the class, but they are not learning. So that responsibility now is both on the parent and the school to ensure that effective learning is happening, even though we are not in the most, conducive scenario. It's amazing to have students with you, in your class and to be able to control teaching and learning. But while you have them on a screen, not present in front of you, it's a completely different, ball game. But still, the responsibility lies with the teachers, the educators, and the parents to ensure that quality learning is happening.
Thank you, ma'am. So, Mr. Deepak, what is the one motivational message you'd like to give to your educator friends today during this situation of crisis and chaos that's happening?
I think there's a beautiful year coming up. This pandemic, as ma'am said, that we will overcome pandemic sooner. I think the new age of teaching would be in hybrid mode of teaching. How I see it is, what we have done in last 1 year is not fading out now. This is gonna stay. So, as Chandni ma'am correctly mentioned, that we have to start working on how to use this platform in a most optimized manner, where teachers are teaching in a most effective way. So, this hybrid mode of teaching, which is going to stay now, we need to make a system which gives 100% out of it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of this discussion today. It was really nice. Get all of your insights. Thank you.
Thank you, Nitya,
Thank you,
for
Nitya.
having us.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And with that, we come to the end of this interesting conversation with our panelists of today. I hope we've given you enough insight into the pandemic effects on school campuses. If you have any additional queries or doubts, do get in touch with us and we'll be happy to answer your questions offline. For more such videos, do log on to our website, theENN.com, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. For now, signing off, Nitya.